I get eager scrolling through a dozen gaming laptops, trying to avoid that gut-wrenching feeling of splurging on something that looks great on paper but ends up just gathering dust on your desk. You're wondering if the ASUS ROG Strix G16 actually lives up to its hype, or if you'd be better off putting that cash toward a desktop or a cheaper notebook. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's break down what this machine does in the real world, where it shines, and where it might leave you wishing you'd read the fine print first. First off, the biggest question most buyers ask is, will this laptop handle the games I play and the work I need to get done? The Strix G16 tries to be a two-in-one beast. With a 16-inch QHD panel that pushes 240 Hz, you get the kind of pixel density and motion clarity that makes fast-paced shooters feel buttery smooth, and the extra vertical space is a nice bonus for productivity windows. That high refresh rate isn't just marketing fluff. People who have actually tested titles like Call of Duty Warzone and Fortnite report hitting well over 120 frames per second with the RTX 4060, especially when you enable NVIDIA's DLSS 3. In practice, that means you can crank the graphics settings up without worrying about stutter, and the frame time consistency feels solid enough for competitive play. Now, the RTX 4060 is a mid-range GPU by today's standards, but paired with that i9-14900HX you get a lot more headroom than most laptops in this price bracket. The 14th Gen i9 brings 24 cores into a mobile form factor, which translates to smoother multitasking when you have a game running, a streaming encoder, and a few background apps like Chrome tabs or Photoshop open. If you've ever tried to stream while gaming on a laptop with a lower-end CPU, you know how quickly the system can become a bottleneck. Here, the Pugpoo partnership is strong enough to keep your stream at 1080p 60 frames per second without dropping frames. One of the less talked about aspects is the 64GB of DDR5 RAM. Most gamers are fine with 16GB, but the extra capacity is a game-changer for content creators who edit 4K footage or run virtual machines alongside their games. I've seen users run DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere, and a full-blown Unreal Engine sandbox simultaneously, and the system still feels responsive. It's also future-proofing. By the time the next generation of games starts demanding more memory, you won't be scrambling for an upgrade. Speaking of upgrades, the 4TB SSD is essentially a massive, lightning-fast library. It eliminates the need for an external drive for most people, but ASUS still includes an external DVD drive in the package, a thoughtful touch for anyone who still keeps a collection of physical media or needs to install older software that isn't available digitally. That said, the DVD drive is external, so you'll have to keep a spare USB port free, which can be a minor annoyance when you're already juggling peripherals. Cooling is where many high-performance laptops stumble, but the Strix G16 uses ASUS's intelligent cooling system with multiple heat pipes and a dual-fan layout. In real-world testing, the laptop stays under 85°C during long gaming sessions, and the fan noise ramps up only when the GPU hits sustained 90% load. It's not whisper quiet, but it's tolerable on a desk with a decent headset. The trade-off is the chassis weight at just under 6 kilograms. It's definitely a desktop replacement, not something you'll comfortably sling into a backpack for a coffee shop. Battery life is another hidden factor. With a 99 wh battery, you can expect roughly 3 to 4 hours of mixed usage gaming for an hour, then a couple of hours of browsing or light editing. That's about average for a laptop with this level of performance, but if you're looking for a machine that can last a full workday unplugged, you'll need to factor in a power brick or an external battery pack. The Wi-Fi 6E and Ethernet, via USB-C adapter, give you low-latency network connections, which is great for both online gaming and large file transfers, but the power draw when the GPU is at full throttle will drain the battery quickly. Who should actually click Add to Cart? If you're a serious gamer who also streams, edits video, or runs demanding creative software, the Strix G16 gives you a single device that can replace a desktop tower in many scenarios. The combination of a high-refresh QHD screen, a competent RTX 4060 with DLSS 3, and a top-tier i9 means you'll be able to push current AAA titles at high settings while maintaining a smooth frame rate, And you won't be fighting your OS for resources when you switch to a 30-minute video render. The built-in Windows 11 Pro also adds business-grade security and management features, which is a plus for freelancers or remote workers who need a secure environment. On the flip side, if you're a casual gamer who mainly sticks to indie titles, or you're on a tight budget, the price point of the Strix G16 is probably more than you need. There are cheaper laptops with RTX 3060 or even RTX